Good morning and good evening, depending on where you're at. I'm about to show you guys my utmost favorite game of all time called Kynseed. Now this game is kind of like a generational Stardew. It's in early development, so of course not everything is done quite yet, but I'm very optimistic about the future and all that which is to come. There was a recent update actually that makes it so you can customize your character's hair that I kind of want to show you guys. Now of course I've already messed around with that a little bit. I had tried recording earlier, and for some reason it stopped recording randomly, so that's why I deleted that other save. We're gonna start a new game all over again. Fortunately, I only got about a day in because I suspected it stopped recording again, so no biggie there. We're gonna try it again. Now we're gonna make another character. Look at all these cool options. There's of course gonna be more customizable features in the future, but as of right now, they only have the hair that you can customize. We're gonna try the bright blonde. That looks cool. And for some reason the guy like looks a little bit weird to me, like his hair is just doesn't appeal to me very much, so that's why I'm playing as the girl. I really like the little dangly things right there. I think those are earrings, like light blue earrings. But anyway, get into this. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, she didn't know what to do. Then one day, a man without wife or child came to the house with manners so mild. With the blue butterflies, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna say it like a bajillion different times in this game, just letting you know this now. The man looked at the orphans and stroked at his chin, then smiled at two children, each one a fair twin. You can tell that ginger is kind of like the default hair color. He took them away to live in the Vale, in the land of Quill, the place of our tale. Look at the lighting from like the fire, like the flames. That's so cool to me. Then they slept, safe, warm and dry, under the watchful stars in the sky. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous, beautiful sky. And so our magical tale on the world of Quill, or the land of Quill rather, begins. And so here we are in this beautiful world. Look at this. I love how like the lavender moves when you walk into it. Like it just shifts over and oh, it's so gorgeous. And look at all the fish, like you can see the fish shadows, which is very helpful when you're fishing, let me tell you. Oh, it's so beautiful. I wonder if you'll like be able to edit the world, like kind of how you're able to in Stardew, where you can like move and plant this lavender elsewhere. I don't know. Okay. Talk to our brother. Come on, lazy bones. Our new dad has been kind to us, and we should be earning our keep and not having to sleep. Use your task list, push C to view it. What am I saying? Of course, here's our task list of things we are to do today. We're Robyn. We are 12 years old. This will be important later. I already got this. Gotcha. Now, there seems to be like a small glitch where sometimes your brother's hair doesn't match your custom hair, where he said it's the default ginger hair color. And that's no big deal, but hopefully in the future the creators of this game will be able to fix that a little bit. Pick all the apples, pears. There we go. The apples will be very important in making sure the brownies don't come after you and ruin your day. So remember that in the future we're going to feed Truffles here. Truffles is a very good piggy, and you should never do anything like, I don't know, hit him with a slingshot and make him explode. You all know who you are. As I was saying, let's go get the poop bucket. There's no poop in the game yet, but there will of course be in the future. I don't know if that's necessarily something to look forward to, but that is something that will happen one day. And I always find it kind of funny how you're technically not supposed to be filling this bucket with water, but literally everyone who's ever played this game, I've noticed, always does, because you don't get your hands on the pail that you're actually supposed to use until later on in the game. So you kind of have no choice but to use this. And the water animation's always kind of fun to screw around with as well. Pick some blueberries. Strawberries. I love strawberries so much. I actually know someone who doesn't like strawberries. It's because it's like the seeds, like their texture is weird to them and they just don't like it. And I mean, I guess, whatever. It's their life, man. I'm not gonna tell them how to live it. But like, I love strawberries a lot. I used to not be like that big in on them because they always tasted kind of watery. I don't know how to explain it other than that they just tasted like fruit water. It's weird. And that's mostly because like the store-bought strawberries are kind of lame. Wild strawberries are like really small and super sweet and taste really good. Now one thing I want to point out is I don't know if anyone else knew this, but the only way for you to tell time is if each day you pick a dandelion. Now I didn't know this, so before I picked that dandelion, I didn't have the little dandelion clock to the top right, but now I do. And maybe that was super obvious to like everyone else and I was just left out of the loop, but I really did not know that was something that happened. Let's read this. Goddess Statues for Village Idiots. I suppose that's me. By William Idle. I wonder if that's like an actual person that's in game. Maybe that'll happen later on. Ancient texts tell of when, shortly after the agreement, the Fae built statues all over Quill so that mankind could honor their protectors. Each statue represented all 6 of the goddesses to simplify worship and to show unity among the Fae deities. It is said that the statues have another purpose, and that if a simple offering is offered, that by crawling into the hole in the base, one will become dizzy and pass out inside and awaken on another part of the haven. The act of crawling is slightly symbolic, as prostrating yourself fully before the goddess. I know that word sounds super dirty, it really isn't. Look it up. Each haven has a dedicated goddess, and so the offering must be her totem item. In the case of Druida, the goddess of the orchards, this is a simple apple. Making an offering of an apple and another haven will not work, and so the person wishing to travel must discover which offering is suitable for which haven. A lot of Quillians do not bother with the need for travel, so they just prefer to walk. Alrighty then. Ooh, poppy. Poppy seeds are lit. Poppycock! Oh, good times. Okay, and here's the map stones. Those are super important if you don't already know. Because right now, if you look at your map, there's no map. You need to find the map stones. There's one more map stone that's like way over there. We'll get it eventually. After we do that, we're gonna go get the fishing rod and we're gonna do some fishing, which is a lot more important than you might think. You need to learn how to fish to really progress in the game. Well, maybe not necessarily, but if you want to get the proverbs, which are pretty important, may I add. Well, I guess technically speaking, you could live without the proverbs, but they make your life a lot easier, let's just say. And also, I'm a bit of a completionist at times. It's always fun just to collect those fun little secrets that are hidden around games like this, you know? And I need to make an offering, that's super important. Good to have you around. Must be much better out in the open air than spending all that time in a big sweaty shoe. I won't lie, my health hasn't been great, and so I need the help, and I reward you for every task. I left a load of signposts around the farm to help you. Use left control to read them. For some reason, I misread signpost as a shitpost. Good times. Good times. The English language is hard, man. I feel bad for anyone who literally has to learn this godforsaken language. Let's leave an apple here. And now the brownies won't come after us. Oh. Sorry for sneezing. Tried to throw my headphones off in time. I don't think I did, but it's a thought that counts, right? Right. Yep. Now I'm gonna mess around with my inventory a little bit so I don't get my day ruined. Now we're gonna like arrange things to be slightly organized or give the illusion of organization. Because at this point in my life, that's really all I can offer, the illusion of organization and not actual organization. I need to get my mighty steed, because fun fact, horses are extinct in this game. It's, I don't really know if that counts as a spoiler, since that's pretty early on information that gets revealed. But, whatever. I think it's actually revealed in that book in the house, but I'll read that later. Hold on. See, this is one of the reasons why you need the fishing rod. There's some things that you can't get without the fishing rod, and that's one of the proverbs right there that we need to get. So we're gonna go get the fishing rod. We actually have a map now, by the way, because we found both the map stones. Some bigger places have lots of map stones, while others might just have one. Like, I think up here only has one. We're about to find out, eh? Okay, yep, look at this place. There's butterflies. I wonder if you can get the butterflies. You get the butterflies? No. I've never actually checked. Maybe there's like a net you'll be able to get later on, kind of like in Stardew. Sorry, buddy. There we go. Mighty Steed returned. This is Truffles. And I like... Okay, we probably should read this. Creator's Note 13. Most NPCs can get married, no matter what gender. The only exceptions will be those who are goddess blessed, like the masters. Now, I think I actually found a note that discussed this a little bit. In that some people can be goddess blessed that allows them to live a very long time. The only problem is that because of, as like an exchange for being able to live for a very long time, they can no longer marry or have children. They can't get romance either. It's kind of like taking like a chastity vow or something like that. I don't know. And so maybe that's a way of the creators having like masters who are like having people that are in the smithy or shopkeepers stick around for a very long time. Even after other people die and move on, that they are still around, so they don't have to like recreate a shopkeeper or a smithy every couple years. This isn't really important, so I'm not gonna read that. If you want to read that, you can simply pause. This is Twiggy. He's someone. Hello, you're that new kid on the farm, ain't ya? Nobody ever comes to my old name's Twig, but you can call me Twig. We could be best of friends if you catch some lunch. Use that old rod over there. Just pull that rat trigger and aim with the rat string. Catch me a nice fishy and I'll teach you a trick. Alrighty. Whatever you say. Oh crud, I need to hurry. Hurry on, muddy steed. He just looks so happy, Truffles. I think it's because, finally, there exists a player that doesn't explode him. After all these years. Hashtag stop Truffles abuse. Now, you can't get these things right away. You actually need to learn an old trick. Let's go back to Twiggy up here and ask him to, now we can do it. Boom. Checkered chub may catch your sight under the cloaks of Aurora's light. Whatever you say. Most of the proverbs don't make a lot of sense unless you already kind of know what they mean. There we are. Our first day's almost come to an end. There's no real point to head off the bed as like a kid, because you'll always kind of wake up anyway. Like, you'll go to bed anyway and you'll just wake up in your bed as if nothing happens. I don't know what that's all about. If the fairy like carry you back to your bed, because that's kind of cool. It definitely is some interesting lore that we should know about the fairies. Today's been an eventful day. I wonder if I already showed you guys this. I'm not sure if I have. But on the sides of the house, there are herbs that you can pick. Like on all the houses, especially in like the village. And these are useful because you actually need this herb in particular. I think it's pronounced thyme. To make various recipes. I think there's some recipes you can also buy in I'm gonna pet the cow, because that's cool, and cows are cool. And, gosh, what am I doing? Totally lost my trail of thought there. You know what, never mind. Let's go read this book over here, because this is important, kind of. Thank you ever so much for supporting this world with your own hard-earned brass. Here in the castle, we humbly appreciate the great sacrifice, as it was either us or some other title with gangly bells and whistly whistles. I have a speech impediment. This is terrible. Why do you do this? What lies ahead in the immediate features on the still developing road? Fresh new chat system of intriguing possibilities, friendship and permission systems, romance, copulation, localization, more monsters, more places to explore, family secrets, good store ownership, apothecary, crafting beers, skills, perks, illnesses, arcane items, even aging. Yes, all of that is coming over the approaching months, starting with the first stop of gameplay loops and exposing the sandbox feature. With the feedback from the kind spirits taking part in our journey with us, we hope to reach our destination with healthy pigs and minimal spillage. So thank you all again, and hang on tight to the reins as this hog is eager to go. I'll have to go to bed soon, but I don't want to, so we're gonna run around for a little bit longer. There's like a little secret back here. I don't know if I should show you guys this. This is rather important to like committing pig abuse, so I'm just gonna be quick about it. Only the most committed of pig abusers will stop to find it. Come on. Imagine like doing this late at night, like actually in real life, just sitting on the back of a pig. Oh my gosh, this is somehow your fault, Truffles, I'm sure. Maybe this is why people kill you. Guess it's something else for tomorrow. And we're on day 2. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit sick. I took exams like a few days ago, and I'm still trying to emotionally recuperate from that traumatic experience. No, I don't want to go to bed. Right. And we got some brass, which is important, as you'll learn later on. Another busy day. I hear you're going to the village. Don't get distracted. Vale is a place of superstition and customs. The fact that these actually work make Quill a very interesting place to live. By abiding by the laws of the land and listening to folk wisdoms, you'll be able to find the things you need to progress in life. Each thing in the world, each bird, each beast, each flower, each fruit, has wisdom that tell you of their secrets. You can even discover wise advice as where best to court your lover in any of the places and times of day where conception is at its highest. Now, one thing I find kind of interesting is like how exactly they're going to I totally lost my trail of thought, never mind. These wisdoms are found scrawled on pages or passed on by the good folks of the land, although often only in friendship will their tongues be loosened of such valuable information. Okay, this was where my line of thought was going. I need to read another sentence. Is that something that happens in real life? Do people, like, ask that? Like, hey Fred, I've given you, like, 10 cakes and our friendship is at level 27. Will you be so kind as to tell me when's the best time to get my waifu pregnant? Like, I don't understand. Is that something that actually happens? Is it? I don't know. It feels a weird place. It doesn't necessarily need to be based on what real people talk about. I mean, really, who talks about, like, where to find best herbs in real life? I mean, maybe if you're a witch. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Use the knowledge wheel or you'll be up the paddle without a creek. You can view collected proverbs in the inventory. Each item in the world has 3 proverbs which should help clue in on where and when to harvest them. As the old proverb says, you can't take a horse to water because they are extinct. Extinct. These are kind of like the horses in this game. A birthday present. Yeah. One thing that I find a little bit odd, this is kind of like a small spoiler, so you might want to skip ahead, is how, like, your sibling isn't actually given a name. They're just called sibling. And I think I kind of get that, but I think you would feel a lot more attached to your sibling if they were actually given a name, and maybe that's intentional. They don't want you to be attached to your sibling. But this is where you get the tin bucket, by the way, so you don't have to use the poop bucket for like 5 years. You're not actually supposed to use the poop bucket, as mentioned before. The marketplace there. Okay. I wish the creator would get rid of them. Lots of bugs around lately. Ha 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 ha. Wink wink, nudge nudge. That's not what we're focused on today. I had a line of thought that was going and I totally forgot it. That's gonna happen quite frequently. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna apologize ahead of time now. Might as well. There we go. Well, that's beautiful. I am the most majestic of creatures. I need to make an offering. There we go. Now we know what time it is. I'm gonna pet the cow. I need to buy a tin bucket. I need my mighty steed. Truffles, going on an adventure. To glory and beyond.